back away the stress.
You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you fuck like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go on your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like fourth down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay.
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Cincinnati Bengals. Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Express, he's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey, hey, hey.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third.
50 seconds. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Check 9. Watch the eye.
From the gun, it's Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 42. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And some space to move right away as he's all the way up to the 30. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, 29 yards. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Bengals nothing. Daniel Carlson, the kickoff for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. Watch the run. Ready. Ready, go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got his man. It's Eifert. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
24 is the mic. You don't know no better. 24. Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Why? Who? 24 is the mic. Man, I got you.
2nd and 9 now. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 45 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. On 2nd and 9, Carr, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. 7-7, our score after 1. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, we are ready.
2nd and 3. Open man is Uzama. And down he'll go at the 25. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And an alley to run. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. The 40. Past the 20. 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go.
26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Carr. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Check safety, check safety. Kill.
On 3rd down, Richard. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check. White Monday. Express. Hey, 734.
To throw his Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The dump-off gets him only 1, and now you're looking at a 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Carr to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Carr completes it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
They run it with Jacobs. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half.
Daniel Carlson, the kickoff for the Raiders.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. 2nd and 5. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
Box track. 24's the mark. Go. Let's go. Man. Joker. Ready. Go. Ready.
They'll set up a throw. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
Line of scrimmage back at their own 3 now as they come up 2nd and long. Now Joe Mixon. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Mixon. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
Monday, down. You ready? Okay, just like that. Just like that. Check. White.
They'll run on first down. Richard. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Richard. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's get off the field, D. Shift! Watch the shift!
They'll throw now on the final play. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Watch a slant, watch a slant. Watch a slant. Check 4.
Protein spill. By 7, let's go. Set hot. Ready, go.
2nd and 2. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Let's go.
Ball
let's
up
go,
to the
let's go.
35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Bravo.
58.
Yep.
58 to Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
Hut, hut.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Watch twins. Go.
Let's go.
2nd and 10. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. They'll give him 8 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Ready.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
That's track.
What?
Hard.
That's it.
Hut, hut. Lock it. Hut, hut.
They'll look to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Switch. Sing it. On. Alpha. Ready, ready.
59 Mike. 59 Mike. Check. 59.
Ready.
He'll look to throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half. and they've had an ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jordan Evans coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack on first down, Carr got his man. It's Williams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
First down, Raiders.
Carr now on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Shotgun now for Carr. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to Mixon on first down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Stop your whining. Ready, go.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
He'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now, Bengals on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Bullock's kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this fourth quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great fourth quarter.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
Go. Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Exit. 29. 57's Mike. Express. Hey, exit. Let's go. Let's bring it.
Carr going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Andrew Billings breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, it's Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Check. Recon, 132 fight. Fan, 26, check. Echo. Set, go. Ready, go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Christian Kirksey. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Charlie. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Gone. It's our time, guys. It's our time. 49. Check 49. Ready, go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
The Bengals on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip. You're mine. Slide. No.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going, and also you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Once again, it's Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Let's get 93. 93. Check 55 to Mike. You're not ready. You're express. Mike 55. Switch up.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he'll find Moreau here. And he's going to have the 1st down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the 1st half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
No. Express.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Watch the twist.
To throw his Carr. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
Safety's creeping. Hey, alert 3. Check 3. Express.
On 1st down, Jacobs. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now a carry for Jacobs. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Counter play with Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Carr. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Check 15, check 15. Rush in.
And now with the time of the play clock almost up, Ron Rivera is going to call a timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Tight ends right. 4 down. Check. Lock it. Under crunch. Check. See it. Crunch. Check. Dog. Set high. Ready.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw is Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Check. Tighten up. Tighten up.
Back to throw, Carr. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Darquez Denard there defensively.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
We're good. 185. 694. Bravo. 941. You must be 282.
Carr to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running is Jacobs. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bengals' 31-yard line.
What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play in overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
So this one, a victory for